MotorWeek is made possible by Cars.com.
We've all read the headlines and seen the vacant lots. Dealerships shutting down every day, everywhere. Another unexpected casualty of our country's damaged economy.
We're seeing obviously more car dealerships closing in the last 18 months than we ever have had.
As the owner of a Ford dealership and several other domestic and import brands, Barry Stoller admits times are tough.
I will tell you that we're working a lot harder. We've had to cut our expenses. Our sales are down.
An all too familiar story for hundreds of dealers across the country.
And a lot of times what happens is that the owners of the car dealership are put in a position where there's no other option but they have to close it.
According to the National Automobile Dealers Association, 1,100 new vehicle dealerships are expected to close this year. That number will be offset by 200 new dealerships that will open for a net loss of 900 dealerships.
NADA Chief Economist Paul Taylor says dealership closings don't normally dominate the news, but this year is different.
The difficulty now is that there's a recession, and the number of dealerships that we're losing are recessionary numbers. They're somewhat worse than the 1990-92 recession.
Of course, the Detroit 3 will be hardest hit. Taylor says they'll account for 86% of dealership closings in 2009.
Right now, the industry, continues to be tough. It's very, very competitive.
Vice President of Chevrolet, Ed Pepper, knows consumers are reluctant to buy.
I think there's some pent-up demand out there, though, which is a positive. I also believe the credit is starting to loosen up. I think that's been one of the biggest reasons why business hasn't been better.
Many also worry about warranty repairs and parts availability if their local dealership closes. Such is the case for this Ford Lincoln Mercury dealership. Customers must now get their vehicles serviced at another dealership down the road.
For the consumers, obviously, it's a concern because they've formed relationships with the dealerships. They've taken their cars in for service. The people know them.
Stoller says customers won't be left out in the cold. All their service records will be transferred over.
And for the most part, the people that they knew is probably at that neighboring dealership.
Even though consumer confidence is at an all-time low, many dealers say now is the best time to buy.
Sign and drive off in the Lincoln MKS with 0 down payment, 0 first month's payment, and 0 cash due at signing.
Car manufacturers are offering all types of incentives, and the National Automobile Dealers Association has put together this PSA.
In today's economic climate, you might think it's impossible to get credit to buy a car. We have news for you.
To help spread the word. Factor in the economic stimulus tax break for new car buyers, and it could add up to significant savings.
That deductibility is important and typically provides $300 to $600 benefit to the customer.
While it's still too soon to determine the fate of many dealerships, Stoller is optimistic the auto industry will rebound in the next year or two.
The car business has always been cyclical, so it has its ups, its downs, and I don't know when, but it will come back.